Welcome my dear student in this new video. Now as in last video we discussed about different types of memories like volatile, non-volatile, RAM, ROM along with their different specifications. As in the last video we discussed the important concept which is related with the memory, that the speed, size and cost of a memory requirement. Now, when we discuss this speed, size, and cost memory requirement concept, that or the overall conclusion that will be in front of you is that whenever we require any types of memory, that memory should have the high speed as well as large size and very low cost. So that was a very important challenge in front of all the designers, which are related to the computer system. So, for to achieve that important challenge, uh, the designer of the computer system is to provide the large and fast memory system at an affordable cost. And for to achieving this types of challenge, the one new memory concept is to be find out and develop and will be in front of you. That concept is of a virtual memory. Now, when we goes in the details of the virtual memory, we found that in the architectural part is to increase the effective size, speed as well as effective size of the memory system. And for to increase the effective speed of the memory system, we have to use a certain another parts of the memory which is called as a cache memory. So, which plays a very important role in terms of the computer system. So for that purpose, we have to go for it. So next and important thing that is related to the virtual memory is that the virtual memory an architectural solution to increase the effective size of the memory system. If you go in the details of the virtual memory, we found another concept is that if you recall that the addressable memory space is depend on the number of address bits in the memory. As we know that if the memory having a large number of memory slots, definitely the addresses are to be more, and if the addresses are to be more, definitely the address bits are to be much more than that. For example, if the computer issues 32-bit addresses, then the addressable memory space is near about 4 gigabytes. Physical main memory in a computer is generally not as large as the entire possible addressable space. The physical memory is typically ranges from a few hundred megabytes to the 1 gigabytes. The large programs that cannot fit completely into the main memory have their parts stored on secondary storage devices such as magnetic disks. A piece of a program must be transferred to the main memory from secondary storage before they can be executed, which was plays a very important role in terms of the virtual memory. If you go again in the details of the virtual memory, we found that when a new piece of a program is to be transferred to the main memory is getting full, and then some other piece in the main memory must be replaced. We should recall this is a very similar to what we studied in the case of cache memory. We already discussed that part in terms of the cache memory. That cache memory will be used in between the CPU and in between the main memory for to stabilize the speed between CPU and main memory. The operating system is automatically transfer the data between the main memory and a secondary storage. For that purpose, we deals with those different applications. That applications programmer need not be concerned with this transfer. Also, an application programmer does not need to aware of the limitation imposed by the available physical memory. The techniques that automatically move program as well as data between main memory and the secondary storage when they are required for the execution, which is called as a virtual memory technique. Again, I repeat the same things. The techniques that automatically move the program as well as the data between main memory and the secondary storage when they required and for the execution, which is called as a virtual memory techniques. A program or and a processor refers and the instruction or the data independent of the date size of the main memory. The processor issues the binary addresses for the instructions and the data. This binary address is called as the logical or the virtual address. The virtual address are translated into a physical addresses by the combination of hardware as well as software subsystem. If the virtual addresses refer to a part of the program that is currently the main memory, it is accessed immediately. And if the address is referred to the part of program that is not currently in the main memory, then it is first transferred to the main memory before it can be used. If you goes in the organizational structure of the virtual memory, we found a certain graphical representation. In this virtual graphical representation, we can see here, this first of all we apply the virtual address along with certain data. That virtual address will be get converted in terms of the physical address. Then on a second stage, that data as well as the physical address is to be transferred along with the data memory address, direct memory address transfer. That the memory management unit, that is MMU, it translates the virtual addresses into the physical addresses. That this block, this red types of block is called as a MMU, that is memory management unit. And the main function of this memory management unit is to convert that virtual address of a particular memory location into the physical address. If the desired data or the desired instructions are in the main memory, they are fetched as described previously. If the desired data or the instructions are not in the main memory, then they must be transferred from secondary storage to the main memory. Then because that it's transferred to the secondary storage to the main memory. MMU, that is memory management unit, causes the operating system to bring the data from secondary storage into the main memory by using a direct memory access. So this is all about the virtual memory and its organization and its complete concept. So this is all about virtual memory. You go to the complete video and try to understand and try to clear your concept. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.